let's turn that off. Hey guys, it's your girl Jasmine and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. So today, I thought I would do something just a little bit interesting and a little bit different. As you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be reacting or reading assumptions about light-skinned girls. And yes, as you may know, may not know, I don't know, I am light-skinned. I am half African-American, half white. That's what it is. I've seen a lot of people lately on YouTube doing, like, reading my followers' assumptions about me. So, like, you know, people post on their Instagram story, you know, what assumptions do you have about me? I didn't really want to do that because I was like, I don't know if anyone would reply, and I didn't, meh. So I thought it would be pretty cool to just do, like, generalized assumptions that people have about, like, a race, because, you know, just to see if they're true or not, at least about me. I think it's really interesting to, like, read generalized stereotypes about someone just because of, like, their skin color. Obviously, like, this is just for fun. Like, I'm not trying to, like, offend anybody or anything, because, like I said, I am light-skinned, and I'm just going to be sharing with you guys if these are true about me or not. And yeah, before we get into this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel right down below and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Also follow my social media, it'll be linked down below. And let's get started with this video. So the first assumption that I kept seeing pop up when I was looking up, you know, assumptions about light-skinned girls was that light-skinned girls are very stuck up and very, like, I guess the word would be like uppity in a way. I kept seeing this. There was, like, memes, there was pictures, there was things everywhere talking about how light-skinned girls are very, like, stuck up. And that one is not true for me. I'm not at all, like, stuck up or uppity or anything like that. Like, I would say I'm very, like, down to earth, very, like, mellow person. Like, I'm not like high class or anything like that. Now, another one I kept seeing was that light-skinned girls are always curving or blowing off guys. So it is kind of like, I don't know, kind of debatable for me because, well, right now, obviously, I'm in a relationship, so of course I would be curving all the guys if they tried to come talk to me, but, you know, no one does, so that's good. But before I was in a relationship, I can honestly say that yes, I did, but I kind of think that, like, I feel like a lot of people do that though. I feel like it's not just like a light skin thing, like, I don't know. But I do see that a lot for both light skinned females and males, that, you know, they are curving people a lot, kind of just like playing people, basically, like players. I wouldn't say necessarily I was a player, but I can understand, like, you know, blowing people off, because it's just kind of, or like curving people, like, you know, kind of like giving them cold shoulder, I guess you could say. I can kind of relate to that, but I don't necessarily think it was like a thing where I would do it in like a mean way. It's just like, obviously, like, if you don't like someone, you just kind of don't talk to them anymore. But maybe that is kind of mean, but that one I can, like, in some ways relate to from the past. The third one is that light-skinned girls are always liars. This one I saw and I got kind of like, why does the color of your skin make you, like, a liar? I mean, obviously, why does the color of your skin make you any of these assumptions? But, like, a liar, I feel like anyone is a liar. Like, in the end of the day, every person has lied in their lifetime. So it's like everyone, in a sense, is a liar, I guess, but not all the time. You can't just, you know, sit there and look at someone and be like, oh, because of the color of their skin, they're always gonna lie to you. Like, no, you can't look at life like that. You can't be like, oh, well, I can't trust you because you're lying to me, or I feel like you're lying to me. Unless you actually feel like that person is lying to you, but you can't just assume that from the color of someone's skin that, oh, they're always gonna lie to you. Like, that's not it at all. You have to have the trust within to believe that someone's not always lying to you, because I wouldn't say that I'm a liar. Like, definitely not. Like, I'm a very trustworthy person, so yeah. Now this next one I saw pop up when I looked it up on Google, and I was, like, shocked. I was like, what kind of a mess is this? It was that light-skinned girls beat their men. Like, I was like, what? Is this really an assumption that people have? Like, I don't know. I know that there's ones that, like, light-skinned girls are, like, crazy or something like that, but beat people, like, their significant other, like, that's a no for me. Like, hands down, definitely not. Like, I'm not beating nobody. Like, no, that is not me at all. So that one was very weird for me to see as an assumption for like a skin color, like that we beat our significant others. Like, I don't know where that one came from or how that came to be like an assumption. Also, as I'm going through these assumptions, if you guys have heard of any other assumptions for like light-skinned girls or anything like that, or if you have had an assumption about you know, any time in your life because of your skin color or because of the way you look, leave them in the comments down below, because we definitely all want to hear them. And let me know if you are, you know, a light skin or of any other skin color and you have heard any of these assumptions about yourself. Let me know, because I want to know, because I haven't really heard a lot of these. I just looked them up and these were the ones that kept popping up. So let me know down below if you have experienced any of these assumptions. The next one is kind of like a generalized one that I kept seeing. It was like in a bunch of memes and stuff that like every dude has had a light-skinned girl that's ruined their life or something like that. Now this one obviously didn't go into anything specific. There was just a bunch of like different like memes and like things about like that's basically what it said. I'll try to put them on the screen, the ones that I have found. But basically it was like that a light-skinned girl has ruined a guy's life. Now again, I feel like maybe there's a lot of dudes out there that, you know, they're like, oh, there has been a light-skinned girl that has ruined their life, or there's been just a girl in general that's ruined their life. But again, I feel like you can't just assume because of someone's skin color that they're going to initially ruin your life. I feel like that one kind of probably just came from a lot of dudes having bad experiences maybe with light-skinned girls or something like that, and they kind of were just like, alright, my life is ruined, you know, by a person. Like, I don't know, that one was really broad and I didn't really know where it came from, how it came to be, or anything like that, but that was that one. The next one is one I've actually heard a lot, not necessarily about myself, but I've heard it like in my actual life, is that light-skinned girls have attitude problems. Now, again, I feel like any person can have an attitude problem. However, for me personally, I don't necessarily say I have an attitude problem, but I do have like slight anger problems sometimes. Like, if I get ticked off, like I get a little bit more mad than I think the average person would get mad. And so I don't know if that would necessarily be attitude, I guess, because when you get angry you can kind of get an attitude. And even when I was younger, I was told that, you know, you have a bad attitude, what's with the attitude, things like that. So I can attest to that one. Again, don't think it's necessarily about me being light-skinned, it might just be my personality, but I can attest to that one of people telling me sometimes and just hearing it from other people that light-skins have an attitude problem. Now this next one is obviously like a more so dumb one, but it is definitely something that if you are light-skinned, you probably get this one a lot, is that most people or a lot of people just assume that because you are a little bit tanner but not like dark, that you speak Spanish. I get asked all the time, like, oh, do you speak Spanish? Oh, are you Hispanic? Do you speak Spanish? Like, no, I don't. I took Spanish in high school and a little bit in college. I wish I could speak Spanish fluently, but I definitely don't. I'm not Hispanic. I wasn't raised to speak Spanish, anything like that. And I know there's a lot of people out there that can, like, relate to that in being light-skinned, that a lot of people just assume that you speak Spanish. Just like, no, I don't. Now, obviously, like, there are people that do speak Spanish and, you know, but you can't just say because of the color of my skin that I automatically have to speak Spanish, because I definitely don't. Wish I did, but I don't. Now, I saved the best one for last. This is probably the one that everyone has heard. Anybody that is anybody has probably heard this or has been told this if you are light-skinned. And it's that light-skins don't text back. You'll be left on red. There's so many that I kept finding, and I'll try to put them on the screen, that light-skins like will text you back hours and hours later. They'll text you back the next day. They won't text you back, leave you on red. There's so many things out there about how light-skinned girls, even light-skinned dudes, it's basically just the light-skinned community apparently just leaves everyone on red and doesn't text anybody back. Now, I am a victim of this myself because I am horrible at texting back sometimes. I can say honestly though, depending on who it is, what I'm doing in the day, and like if my mind is preoccupied. Like I definitely can suck at texting back. Honestly, I really can. Like I will forget that someone texted me until like the next day, and I'll look at it and be like, oh, thought I texted back. It's one of those things. Now, is it an excuse? Maybe, but I know a lot of people can like relate to that, where you read a text, you really thought you texted back, like you had a text thought out in your head, but you definitely didn't actually text back, and you just closed your phone, went about your day, and you're like, wow, they didn't text me back. And you look at your phone and you're like, oh, I didn't text them back. Whoops. So I can like say that I have done this many times. I again don't know if it's necessarily because I'm light skinned or what, but I am light skinned, and I do fit into that stereotype. That is the one that I like truly can fit into for most of the time, because I do suck at texting back a lot of times. But that is like the biggest one I kept seeing everywhere. I've heard that, I've been told that in my lifetime several times, that you're bad at texting back. And it is true for me, so let me know if it's true for you as well, if you are not a good text backer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is a little bit different for me. I really liked kind of researching and looking up different assumptions about like a skin color. It was a little bit hard to kind of find like generalized assumptions for like light-skinned girls, which actually I think was a good thing, because obviously you should not stereotype someone because of their skin color. Definitely not. This was just for fun and just to see like what I fit into in my stereotype or whatever. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and also, like I said, comment down below any stereotypes that you have been put into, any assumptions you've been categorized as because of your skin color, and let me know down below, because I'm curious. I'd like to know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Follow my social media. It'll be linked down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.